And we finally got Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane. Chael, we've been screaming about this Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane for a long time. UFC 321, Tom minus 325, Gane plus 260. We finally got the fight, but the world doesn't seem to believe, Chael, that it's a close fight. And I don't really agree with that line. I think this fight is much closer. Tom Aspinall minus 325, Ciryl Gane plus 265. What if Ciryl Gane wins? And then John's like, I'm back. I already was in the testing pool. I was in the testing pool before he won. Give me a title shot. Would that not be the most ultimate move of all time? That shit would be hilarious.
That would be devious.
That shit would be hilarious.
It would be funny.
That shit would be hilarious.
He's going to get hated on for that.
Don't care.
But it's
he would make $10 million to become the heavyweight champ again.
Over a guy he just took down relatively. My man came out, he threw a couple of strikes, he said, nah, we wrestling.
Some fans are convinced that Tom Aspinall will steamroll Ciryl Gane at UFC 321, while others believe the slick French striker could be the one to finally stop the heavyweight powerhouse.
Aspinall reveals that he's got 11% body fat at 115 kilos on his Instagram story. This guy's in the best shape of his life. It's scary to think he's at 11% body fat. 11% body fat, you're shredded. Look, apart from Ciryl Gane, who's in always decent shape, I feel like it's Tom Aspinall and every other heavyweight down here who don't treat themselves as professional MMA fighters. I did take to Twitter to look at the community's response to this, and they called bull. He put out the documents. He probably is the best athlete in the UFC right now, but 11% is usually for the guys that are ultra shredded. I'm talking like probably Floyd Mayweather in his prime. Tom, just let us know. Are you actually 11% body fat? Just let us know in the comments.
With fighters, coaches, and analysts all sharing their opinions, the buzz around this clash has reached a whole new level. The unbeaten champ is stepping into his first official title defense, and every major name in the division has something to say about how this fight might unfold.
Aspinall is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. What's the first step for him?
You give him the one contender, Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane is somebody that's a big heavyweight, that's very agile. I don't think Tom Aspinall gets rid of him right away like he has with other people. And I think that'll be a big indication if John Jones wants to come back and reclaim that bout once again.
I think you're absolutely right. Fight that makes sense. Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane. Let's make that happen. Ciryl Gane is, people forget how fantastic he is. A guy that can kind of float around the octagon, touch you, kick you, hit you with elbow. He's just a complete game. But man, Tom's movement, his boxing, speed, and his power, it's very, very difficult to doubt.
Alexander Volkov brings a rare perspective to this matchup. He's shared the octagon with both Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane. Having experienced their power and skill firsthand, Volkov believes this fight is as close as it gets. He notes that Gane's movement and improved ground game have made him a far more complete fighter. But Aspinall's explosiveness and precision make him a constant threat to anyone in the division. It's a 50-50 fight, Volkov told MMA Junkie. Ciryl's striking and movement are elite, but Tom is fast, powerful, and can finish the fight anywhere. Volkov's words carry weight. Aspinall submitted him early, while Gane pushed him to a razor-thin decision that had fans debating the result.
And I was asking a journalist from even Arena Warrior, talk with Enter, talk with Dana. Never there has mentioned your name or any fight before Manchester. That's the first time July.
But you know, but you have to understand, for us, they did mention Cyryl's name before. Maybe not to you, but to us.
Well, no. Mention is like, do you want to fight him? They never even mentioned to me, I swear. Like, right. I can talk with any one of them.
I believe you.
So Ciryl was like, this is, I don't understand,
no,
because this guy looks so good with me.
I'm always saying
from
my perspective, it's the truth. From your perspective, it might be different.
Okay.
But I'm just saying my truth. I would never make it up and be like, oh, he's a pussy or whatever. I wouldn't do that. I'm saying the truth from our perspective.
No, it makes sense.
No, of course. I'm never going to start making up some lies. But from our perspective, we got offered it before Manchester, and then again in Manchester, and that's what I know.
Don't worry about it. It's like you like to fight.
Yes.
I mean,
we love it. We're going to fight, and it's going to be good.
I told you.
Cyryl's a good guy. I wouldn't say it for no reason.
Yeah.
We're here to fight. We're going to fight it, and it's going to be good. But I didn't want you thinking like I just made it up to say something to the media or make it out like you guys look bad. That's genuinely what happened for us. So, we're just saying the truth.
I believe you guys.
Tell him
thank you.
don't choke him. Don't get sore neck tattoos.
While Volkov offered a balanced view, other fighters are picking sides. Among them is Alex Pereira, the current light heavyweight champion, who recently shared his own thoughts on the matchup. Pereira acknowledged Tom Aspinall's dominance and knockout power, but doesn't believe the British heavyweight will easily run through Ciryl Gane. He expects this fight to unfold differently than most of Aspinall's recent bouts, which usually end in the opening minutes. According to Pereira, Gane's movement, patience, and composure set him apart. He won't stand directly in front of Aspinall like others have, which could turn this into a more technical and strategic battle, and Pereira's take holds weight. Aspinall's recent resume is terrifying. In his last 3 fights, he's stopped Curtis Blades, Sergey Pavlovich, and Marcin Tybura, all in a combined total of just over 3 minutes of cage time.
What do you think about Aspinall and Ciryl Gane? Like who do you think he will win? Is the winner something that interests him?
Cara, ali é uma luta assim difícil, né? Mas, o Tom Aspinall, campeão, vem mais confiante. Mas assim, eu vejo que ele lutou com atletas também assim, muito agressivo, entendeu? E ele tá levando a melhor ali, mas acho que o Ciryl Gane ele é um cara assim que movimenta mais. É um cara que não gosta de se expor, entendeu? Um pouco ali de medo e tal. Então, quando você tem um certo medo, um receio, você acaba não tomando muitos golpes. Então, a gente vai ver. Vamos ver, porque de repente ele pode frustrar um pouco, né? O Tom Aspinall ali, de passa ali primeiro, segundo, terceiro round, vai levando pro final. A gente não sabe como que ele vai se comportar também.
It's a tough fight, you know. Tom is a complete fighter, but I do feel like he's fought a lot of aggressive guys, and I think Gane is a guy who's going to do a lot of movement. He's going to be a little more cautious and you know, just moving around a lot. It might frustrate Tom, you know. So first, second, third round, maybe Tom can't find.
That said, not everyone sees the fight the same way. Jailton Almeida, who's also competing on the UFC 321 card, has no doubt about who leaves with the belt. In his eyes, Tom Aspinall's victory is almost certain. Known for his elite grappling, Almeida believes Ciryl Gane has been too distracted outside the cage, pointing out the Frenchman's growing involvement in acting and film appearances. Almeida questions whether Gane is still fully committed to the sport, saying there's no room for half measures when a world title is on the line. For him, Aspinall's hunger, focus, and complete dedication will make all the difference. He predicts the British champion will control the fight and win convincingly. Almeida, who faces Alexander Volkov on the same night, knows that a dominant performance could put him next in line for a shot at the winner between Aspinall and Gane.
Gane, you know, it seems like Gane has other priorities in his life right now, and once you're fighting at this level, there can be no other priority. You know, if you're fighting at this level, if you're fighting for the heavyweight crown of the UFC, you have to be all in, and it doesn't seem like that's the case for Gane right now. So I don't know, you know, and that's the thing. I get it that he's taking it because, you know, who's not going to take another title fight for the heavyweight belt? But I think, you know, his priorities are in a different place now.
As Almeida gears up for his own pivotal bout, another heavyweight close to Tom Aspinall has offered a different take. Martin Buday, who often trains with Aspinall's team, expects nothing less than another spectacular finish from his friend. Buday has spent time in Aspinall's camp, working alongside him and veteran fighter Phil DeFries, a longtime KSW champion. Having witnessed Aspinall's preparation firsthand, Buday believes the heavyweight champ looks sharper and more focused than ever heading into this fight. Beyond friendship, Buday is personally invested. Training with the same group has elevated his own skills and fight IQ. He's confident Aspinall will once again put on a statement performance and defend his title in dominant fashion.